What's up guys, it's Captain Rich Productions back on the secondary channel here. That's 2 days in a row, which is extremely rare. But because today is Sunday, it is channel update day. Or as we call it on here, the weekly update. So yes, this one has a bit more points to it than normal. In fact we have 13 for this weekly update, which has been, I think it's been a while since I've had that many. And so far I've not missed any in 2022, so I consider that an achievement. So what I did this week, well this week was my standard week, things like just college work. It really ramped up. I had to use the PC a lot more than I ever have previously, which I'll admit was kind of different because normally we've been using apps on our phone, so that kind of changed the whole thing around a little bit. Just general work and stuff, that's really what I've done. I've had a couple of days off here and there. It worked out so that I had, a day in, a day off, a day in, a day off, also have work I did. So yeah, not too bad. Second point is my no Lego buying challenge. So you may recall a couple of days ago I did a video titled No Lego for 56 days. So I currently have, I have 54. In fact, if I turn this over, it will tell me. Yeah, 53. Basically, I decided to do this, it lasts, so I've got 53 days technically, well 54, I've already crossed out the 55, it's weird, right? Basically, it ends on the March 10th, and there's a reason why I've done this. But yeah, as you can see, it did take me 2 pence to write this. So basically, it ends on March 10th, which is also my birthday. Apologise for any old background noises. So yeah, but yeah, no Lego for that mix amount of days because I kind of felt bad already because like I bought that minifigure, which was like what, £4 or £6, and then I bought that 205 all in on Gundam Jabba's Palace. So I was like, yeah, you maybe shouldn't buy Lego for a couple months. Right? Cause I was like, oh crap, £200. Like, I don't think I'll actually spend that much money on Lego all at once. No way, I definitely have. But like, I've not spent that much on one set at once, so part of me felt slightly guilty about doing so. So yeah, plus there's another opportunity. It's like I could spend the money that I'm making on the current sets and just retro sets, right? But I've decided I want to wait till I see pictures of the Boba's Palace, because I already have the 2012 Jabba's Palace, so maybe we could have both and compare them. But I would only get the other one if it was actually worth getting and if it's good, and all these rumours that are going on, because you can see the video I made and I talked about what I tried to rumour, possibly, because I think there'll be 5 figures, right? Given the last set in that price point had 5, so I tried to kind of guess and try, try and predict what the 5th minifigure in that lineup would be. Our next point is my display, so I changed it up again to not have minifigures. And I'll get into that in a moment, but the bottom shelf here we decided to go Rebel Alliance because I've changed it. I thought, having the Falcon all the way up the top sticking out, I thought it would be fun to put the Falcon here. Got a few mini builds here, got some Rebel Transports, 2006 X-Wing, Separatists, Hoth, and this looks really, the probe droid, it fits well. I'm just going to fix it there. Looks really nice, and again, I love it. It's the first set I've actually owned with a plaque, and it works kind of well just in there with all of the Hoth stuff. Surprisingly, I didn't think it would work, but that Hoth style stand is probably what makes it work so well. Here's my favourite one. This is Tatooine, so I tried to fit as much Tatooine, like without any double sets. Like, so I've got more than one escape pod, and I've got more than one land speeder, different versions, but didn't work out. So we've got kind of a mix. It's a mix of all eras. So we've got original, original trilogy like Sandcrawler, the land speeder and escape pod. We've got some Mandalorian stuff. We've got some prequel era. We've got Jabba's Palace over here, which this is a set that I'm really loving right now because you can do it 2 ways. You can have it displayed like this, or you can have it round the other way. But personally, like, see when it's set up on the top of the shelf, it looks okay the other way around. But when it's next to all these kind of buildings and stuff, plus just for the way space and angles I've been working out, it kind of makes sense out of this. But again, really cool set. No minifigures are inside its interior. Like, I've not put any inside, so there's that. I love this set. This is probably my favourite set. Coming up here, I have to stand on the bed. We have this is a bit more random, this one. So we've got the speeder from Solo Star Wars. Yeah, I need to dust that. We got the Bounty Hunter speeder about the Twilight. We got the 2019 20th anniversary Slave 1 because I wanted to have that prominently on the shelf. got the Naboo planet back there, and we got the Naboo fighter itself there. I was really torn over whether or not to put the minifigure on, but I didn't want to have just one on the shelf, so it kind of didn't make sense. Coming up here, we have the Imperials, which we have the Rock Spearbank, we got the TIE Striker, so like all the kind of Imperial stuff, and thought it'd be cool of all the, since I'm collecting from this year predominantly, we got all my free 2012 style boxes. The Droid Escape, Naboo Starfighter and Planet, and Jabba's Palace being my biggest one, so pretty cool. This is just all Republic with a few things added. And if you come over here, this one's a bit different. So you've got Mario, the Porsche I had to take apart. This one's in disarray, I need to fix it. This one's kind of just like stuff from planets. So yeah, let's move on to the next point. The next point is what's coming this week. So on the main channel, we'll get into that, or at least we'll talk about this week. So this week I'm going to try and make another video where I try and predict or try and guess what's in some of the new sets. Like I'm trying to come up with that, like what part the Jabba's Palace will get. Like that's kind of what I'd like to try and do. I want to try and predict or always give my thoughts, because I'd like to see how right I am just on my views, because I've never tried anything like that. It's not something I've really looked into or tried to do before. Again, big apologies for any and all background noise, but that's kind of my idea for this week. Given that last year we got the set pictures and stuff on the January 20th for March, so I'm going to try and see if we can get them within the next week. That's why I'm going to make the video. The main channel. So on the main channel, at least this week, there's one video that I'm guaranteeing, and it will be the 9516 Jabba's Palace review, because I've had this set for nearly 2 weeks and I cannot wait to review it. This has got to be one of my all-time favourite sets right now, so yeah, I cannot wait to get this one reviewed, because it'll be one of those ones that I can add, because if you've not seen on there, right, I've made playlists for each year. So previously for things like our main collection videos always had playlists, Figure Friday had a playlist, and all the reviews were combined, but I thought, delete the one that's all of them combined and make a playlist which has got a playlist for the 2012 sets, a playlist for all the 2008 sets, 2019 sets, 2016 sets, 2007 sets. That's kind of the general way I went about doing that, so it worked out quite well. But yeah, 9516 Jabba's Palace, I cannot wait to get this one reviewed. First review of 2022, and it's a cool set. Can't believe that this wonderful set is 10 years old. I feel ain't old. Our next point is my storage system. Okay, so I kind of went back to the previous system. I don't know if I talked about this last week. But we've still got episode 1, 2, Clone Wars, 3. Oh, gotta fix that. Then here is episode 4 again, 5, 6, random. I would just like to take the time to apologise. People keep walking in my door and trying to irritate me, my siblings. So yeah, my storage system is just like, this is kind of just like big figs, right? Because I've already got one, two Jabba the Hutts in there, but I didn't want to part one, so my third Jabba the Hutt is in here. Along with Rebel, Solo, Star Wars story, Rogue One kind of stuff. This is the non-canon stuff. This is the Mandalorian. I'll put Book of Boba Fett. I'm going to try and keep those the same in one place. And this is just all your sequel garbage. Yeah, sequel fans be hating. So yeah, our next thing is Series 22. So CMF Series 22. So if you may recall, or at least I think I've shown it at least once or twice on here, I bought Series 22 minifigures when they came out. I have a full set plus quite a few extras, which I'm keeping around, so I'll probably sell those in a few years. Will I buy Series 22? I don't need them, but a part of me is kind of like, yeah, you could buy them, but last year it's like I had a lot more money, or just had like the opportunity to buy them a lot more, so it's just like, I don't know if I will or not. I'm kind of currently undecided. I sorted my parts. I finally got that done. Right, so let's see, this top box is for shoes I bought yesterday, so that's not being utilised, that's just a book, obviously. That's another book. But in here we have all of the white Lego parts, right? And here is all of the tan and, you know, the kind of parts you'd use when doing a desert type thing, so those are in there. And here is all the black, greys, and trust me, this one was almost overflowing. kind of insane. Put that one on the bed. This one's just randomised of all the stuff I don't have its own place for, but keep in mind I also have that one that's spare, so maybe that's a project I do today that you'll see next week. We'll put all those back on. Let's do it on camera, I'm not bothered. Part fell out. Okay, that's all the 2 books are down there, because I'll just put those back where they go. So yeah, my next thing is work/college. So college will remain online for another week, so this coming week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still online college. There is no going into any buildings anymore, so or at least it won't be for a while. See, the college isn't closed due to like government stuff, it's closed because they chose to close. Because of the the pandemic and stuff like that, so and work. So I was meant to lose my job on the 31st, or they would review me, and I was thinking, do you know what, I'm fixing some of this here. I thought to myself, you know what, you got lucky, or sorry, extremely lucky, when you didn't lose it on the 24th, when that part of the contract ran out. And then it's just like, so they invited me and like, oh yeah, you're not losing your job, which is brilliant, because it funded this wonderful Lego habit. As of March 10th, because I'm trying not to. I probably will end up breaking it, but do you know what? I'm trying not to buy, because there's so many good deals I've seen online that I'll be like, oh, that's kind of tempting. So, yeah, as of February 1st, I enter 12 weeks of probation, basically, and then after 12 weeks, they officially sign a document that makes me a permanent staff member at the store I work in, so that is really great news, very happy about that. Our next point is Lego investing. So, if you recall, right, I did do a little thing with Lego investing back in December. I had this in it, which I bought. I had this, which I actually had said about for years that I'd forgotten about. And then we had the Mandalorian and the Child Brickheads, which still stays in the box. The Brickheads are the easiest thing to forget about, so that's why I thought it was a good investment. And I don't know if that set's retired or not. Like, I'm gonna have to look that up at some point. It's just sat here collecting dust, so it's just like guaranteed that it gets forgotten about. But I've been keeping that sealed stuff over there. Our next point is March 2022 set leak. So that's what I'm talking about. So when will the leaks come? I don't know. I will not post pictures on the channel. I don't know if I would want to risk doing that. See, I don't do that anymore on the main channel. Last time I'd done that must have been 2018 to see 2019 sets. It's been like 3 years. It's been 3 years since I've bothered to do any type of videos like that, and for good reason. I've heard of some people getting copyright strikes in the last few years. It's just like I just stopped. But when we get them, I won't show the sets just like because I don't want to, but I will talk about them and my thoughts and stuff on them. And with the new Bonus Palace, I'll compare see how similar these are. Also, I'll try my hardest to explain it. Our final point, reviews on this channel. Yes, the one thing that I probably said I wouldn't do, or probably you wouldn't think I would do, I'm actually going to do. So, things like this, like the Marvel and CMF minifigures is something I want to review, because I've got plenty of these. See, like, you see all these Mario figures sitting around. I also have something else. So I've organised this. This tub has been very handy the last week or so, but lift it odd. I have it all kind of organised. So some of the CMFs, so all the like obviously this bag down here, right? I've got all the Series 21 minifigures from last year. Got these extra stands from the Marvel figures, some random minifigure accessories. Got a sealed Marvel minifigure. Some minifigures. Some of the Clone Trooper launchers I'm just keeping in here. Got a crap ton of these stands. So some of this, who knows? Yeah, we even got some brick separators. So who knows? Some of this could become content. Okay, so this has been the channel update. I think this is the third one of 2021, 2022 or 2022. So yeah, hopefully this week we get some set leaks, at least 1 or 2 sets, so I can talk about those, or at least I'll try and get around to making my predictions. But yeah, see you sometime this week, and hopefully look out for that Jabba's Palace review.